Alrighty, hello and welcome to the training today. I will be your trainer. My name is Greg Gosser, and I am a CMO with mappingyourmarketing.com. And today's topic, we got a good one today, folks. Intro to AI. Boost your productivity and gain an advantage. This is going to be an introduction. It's going to be usage. It's going to be tips, tricks, help you get started and get results. So without delay, we are going to dig right in here. So let's kind of level set this thing. The world of AI is here. It's rapidly evolving, and these large language models, I call them LLMs. You may know them as like ChatGPT. Well, they're right at the forefront of this, right? So we're going to explore the potential of this. We're going to talk about some of the history, the different types, how they're everywhere in our lives. We'll go into personal and business and use cases. And really the key thing is how you can leverage this technology to gain a significant advantage, right? So why me? Why listen to me? So I've been using AI for over 5 years inside the agency and beyond. I've been teaching it for the last year and a half, and just as a little note, AI helped me actually create this presentation. Now, again, let's set the premise. You will never have more advantage using AI than right now. People also say AI will always be better. It'll never be worse than right now. You will never have less competition than right now. So this is why we're glad you're here. You made a good choice to invest in yourself and invest in your AI education, and we're happy to share with you. So we're going to cover some stuff. I'm not going to read every word on every slide. What we will do is we will get you the deck. But let's cover some of the big points that, even though ChatGPT came out like, 18 months ago, certainly AI has been around for a long time, back into the 50s. Some of the people, put the beginning of it there, and they started on, trying to put knowledge into computer programs, and then it really started to pick up, late 20th, early 21st century, and he's doing these neural networks and all of that. But then really a few years ago, these LLMs came out, right? And they really hit the ground running and got all kinds of power, flexibility, ease of use, right? So we're going to just stay at a real high level here, right? There's like this narrow AI, which is like doing specific tasks, playing chess. That was one of those early ones, Watson being Kasparov. Facial recognition. ChatGPT is kind of one of those. And then there's an AGI when it evolves, human level intelligence. It learns on itself. It adapts, right? And then there's this artificial superintelligence surpassing us. Science fiction. A lot of people, some people are scared. They're worried about the movies and all of that. So we invite you to get rid of that fear and embrace what's really happening here. So the fact is, doggone, you are probably using AI in lots of places, right? So it's suggesting things in the email replies, right? If you're using Google Voice recognition, self-driving cars, your smart speakers, household things like your robot vacuums, right? You've seen chatbots on some of the sites, and even now what we're seeing, and we're really excited about learning and helping people with this, is online search engines leveraging AI. So Google, Perplexity, a bunch of those. So let's keep going along here. So, boy, where do you get the lift? Where do you get the advantage, right? So, it can help in so many ways. There's just a couple of them, right? Personalized experiences help you with your decision making. It can help you with repetitive tasks, freeing up more time for higher cognitive, more strategic work, right? We love using it for, generating content, analyzing data, um, gap analysis, persona. I mean, the list goes on. So there's so many ways you'll have to discover for yourself in the best ways in your own world and your own use cases where you can get the benefit from this, right? So we'll just throw these out again. I'm not going to read all of these, but in the personal side, everybody can get some value in some of these, right? So it can help you, work with your workouts or your nutrition plan, or it can be a tutor. We're really concerned, and we're watching, and we're trying to help the local region with how AI is being integrated into education. Home assistants, wardrobe, meal planners, financial advisors, time management, art. Oh, I've got some great friends that are doing some amazing AI art, right? Helping you get a job, resume builders. So many, right? And again, you'll get the slides, but they're just, if you could think of like some way you wanted to do something in your life, your personal life, you can bring along AI as your assistant and ask it some things and probably get some tremendous value out of it, right? Now, I spend a lot of time in the business world, right? Now, this is where we can really see some value and get some paybacks and get some big lift. And I use probably all of these, and I invite you to think about how it can help you. We've been saying for a long time that it is a tremendous ideation tool, meaning it'll help you brainstorm ideas, right? So it could be products and marketing campaigns. Give me 5 topics based upon what I usually talk about. You can look at market trends, customer needs, really great stuff. And then once you get past the idea, well, then you dig in a little bit more, and it can help you create content, social posts, craft email, headlines, descriptions, all kinds of stuff on that. And then we'll get into sales, and there's always an argument. What's the difference between marketing and sales? But surely, if we start looking with the lens of sales, it can help with, chat bots, personalizing your sales approach. We use it to help with objection handling, email replies. I mean, who is not using email in today's world, right? So we can help you with that. Again, in a higher level, analysis, putting in your data, having it look for things, crafting offers, just so in many ways, right? So we start figuring out how to get into this, right? We have a couple of like overarching things, right? So we think about, while it's very powerful, it's very important to have human expertise in this, right? You got to double check what it says. If it gives you these odd things, errors, they call them actually, the jargon is hallucinations. So you always want to have a human in the loop, we'll say, and you want AI to augment human capabilities, not replace them. We would be remiss if we did not mention the privacy concerns. So these large language models are called that because they were trained on very large data sets. Now, we'll give you some very specific tips later on how to not put your data in there. But one big broad brush is you don't want to put your private or sensitive information in there. Now, another big takeaway that we can help you with is a way to use AI on your information and keep it private, but still have the power of AI. So we'll double back on that one, and if not, reach out to me after the training. Garbage in, garbage out. Ooh, such a big saying in computers, and probably never as important and relevant as it is in here, right? So the quality of the input, right? So the better you are at giving it clear, concise input, they call them prompts in these chatbots, and instructions that will help you get accurate and relevant results, right? So prompting, that is the art of asking these questions. That's the way that you put in your input, and you can do other advanced things. You could, load up personas. You could give it examples. All of these things help you get the most out of it. So where the heck do you get these things? They are most often available online, and virtually all of them have free account options. So they could be ChatGPT. As I'm doing this here in 2024, I think they have 180 million users. They were really kind of the watershed one, even though they weren't the first by far, but it was the one with the major adoption. And Gemini, that one is from Google. There's other big players out there, Anthropic, Claude, Meta, like Facebook, right? They do Llama. Then there's other Perplexity is kind of like a search engine. Jasper is one that was actually out before ChatGPT, and it was specialized in the marketing area, right? And then Magi is one of the tools that I use, and I'll give you a special link over there to get into there, and it actually integrates all of these so you can go through one platform. But in general, you are going to go, out to that site and follow the bouncing ball, create an account, and get it set up. When I say there's a lot, there really are. This one shows a bunch, and you might recognize up at the top, right? So the ones that I kind of talked about, ChatGPT and Gemini, Perplexity, Claude. There's some in here that do voice, like 11 Labs. They start looking at like 13 and 14 there. These are images, right? Leonardo and Midjourney. And there's a whole bunch of them. I can see, the video ones in here. There's ones that make songs for you. There's the ones that cut up video clips. So there's a lot of places to get value depending on what you're looking for. And we got another version here where we kind of categorize them, right? So the images we talked about, Leonardo and Midjourney, the green one there on the top, that's DALL-E 3. So that's actually now built in to ChatGPT. So on the video side, CapCut is very intelligent. You might see another green one, Sora. That one's still in 2024. The fall has not been released, but the clips look amazing. The audio side, there's a bunch of research, right? ChatGPT, Perplexity especially, and automation. There's just so many things, right? So none of the brass tacks of actually using it, right? So one of the great things is you don't even really have to come out of pocket. You can go out and get it in a free account, right? But they're going to have some limitations on the quantity of stuff that you can do. They're going to have certain features that you may or may not have access to. You might even get slower processing times. And over time, as these evolve, they start giving features from the paid stuff to the free stuff. Like in May, they end up basically giving the stuff that GPT-4 paid to the free people. Now, I would say this, $20. This is not the place to save $20 in your life. So we encourage you, if you start using this at all, if you want to see even more value, go ahead and get a paid plan, right? You're going to get increased functionality, priority access, extra features. So now, so you got one, right? And you're doing this hopefully every day. If you picked one and you're going to work with it. Now, you've got to get the information in, ask it better to get it out, right? So one thing that really helps is to have what we call a conversational approach. So treat AI like your coworker, right? Like bring it alongside. You would, if you're good at communication, if you're good at working with people, if you're good at giving direction, if you're good at clarifying stuff, if you're good at setting the stage, you're going to do really well here. Now, when we get a little more granular and specific, we would break things into smaller, more manageable tasks, just like if you would if you were going to hand that off to somebody, right? Now, also a thing that's super important in each one is we call it setting the stage, like giving it some background, giving it some data, maybe even some samples, right, before you give your prompt. And even you could also give it an identity, or a persona. So you could say, as an expert copywriter, use these 3 blogs and then write me one. So after you've done that, then don't just take the first thing it gives you. So you can ask clarifying questions and get it to refine the content, put it in the way that you want, right? So just talking about a few different ways to do that. Now, we told you we're going to have some tips and tricks for you. So this is one of the big tips. So we know that crafting a great prompt helps you get better output. Well, there turns out to be a free Chrome plugin with thousands of pre-written prompts, right? And so you can get access to them using this AI PRM. I suggest you probably sort it the way that I kind of have it here, sorted by top votes. That means that these are the ones that people have voted for. I don't know if you can see those little numbers, but some of these have been upvoted millions of times, meaning they're pretty proven and they're pretty solid. You could search for certain things if you wanted to write a LinkedIn post or write a book or a course. You can dig into that. Now, here's a big one. So getting custom output. One of the things that people talk about is everybody's using ChatGPT, so they all get the same answer. Well, here's where you can teach the system, train the system to respond like you would. And there's a couple spots in here, and it's under the account settings, right? And you can go in a couple places, and you can do custom instructions, and you tell it about yourself. Okay, so like for me, I'm an online conversion specialist. We want our users to feel empowered. And then you can also tell it how you want to respond. So my default is marketing professional, an expert copywriter. I want it to use compelling language, calls to actions. But the point is, this is how it gives you better output, by you telling it about you and how you want stuff out. Now, a newish feature is memory. Now, this is pretty slick, and you want to make sure it's toggled on in settings. And then it becomes more helpful because it picks up on the details and the preferences of what you've done, right? So again, over time, in addition to that one little thing where you put in some static information, it's learning all the way along on the stuff that you're doing. Here's a big one. can write anything down, this is a good one to write down today. So this is protecting your data. And so it's in settings and data control. And they don't even say, like, don't share my data. You actually turn off improve the model for everyone. And I recommend you probably do that in all of the AIs that you use. And again, if you want to have the power of AI on your own data that is private and secure, that is one of the amazing solutions that we do. So be sure to catch me after this talk, and we can dig in and show you how to put all this power to use on your stuff. Because, I mean, it's great that AI knows everything about the world. It's even greater when you can ask it questions specifically about your world. Ooh, another great feature. This one is pretty much, I use it on my phone. And so if you get the app, right, then you can use the microphone app and just talk to it instead of typing. In fact, you can pick a voice and it can reply to you. Audio also. This is a great way to interact with it, and a way I actually use in the car. Here's another good one. So this one is how to get prettier output. So most of the time these chatbots is you're basically doing a text chat, right? And so if you start using this markdown, which they make headlines and tabs and dividers, and it really just helps the formatting. Told you about images. So specifically in ChatGPT, you get the companion image generator called DALL-E. And so even though it's a text interface, you could say create an image, like create an image of a tiger eating a burrito. I don't know, whatever you want, right? And one of the neat things is that after you've had that image, and again, just like your other prompts, you just don't take the first thing that it gives you. You continue to refine. And so these days they have a little thing that I've got kind of highlighted there. It's like a selector. And then you can highlight the area you want and then tell it things like make the eyes blue, or change the words in this section. And it gets words wrong often, so that's a good little way to get the words right in your AI generated images. Well, there is a ton of stuff online to go out and learn, and they're available across the board. You know, the big ones, Google, Microsoft, Udemy. You can go out and you can do a lot of paid courses, but you can also start for free. Now, look, we are all about getting in the game, starting, but then also investing when you see lift and you see value. So here we are. Whoo! That's really quick. Again, you get the deck, but we want to really be clear that you will never have more of an advantage right now. Some people think, well, I'm late to it. The fact is, if you're getting in now, it's 2024, you're still probably considered an early adapter, especially if you put in the time. And so this is some of our little quick steps, like pick a platform. It could be ChatGPT, and any of those that you want. Maybe one that one of your friends or family is using, so they can give you a hand, or you can help each other. And use it daily. So bring along AI as your coworker, as your associate, and just do the tasks that you're doing every day, and embrace the process and fail forward. So again, my name is Greg Osborne. I'm with Mapping Your Marketing. We would just love to continue to engage with you and help you. We are available at all of the places right there on the screen, mappingyourmarketing.com. I teach weekly an AI workshop, and you can find it at that link. We love visitors. It's actually in a private community, but you're welcome to visit. And of course, we have other workshops out in the world, so look for those online. Please follow us on all of the social platforms. And our final ask for ourselves is we're just always trying to make this better. So you could use the link, or you could scan the QR code, and we would just sure love to get your feedback on this. And then, of course, if you want to put some comments in there and you want us to reach out if any of these things interested you, and you want some help doing this, or you want to engage us to help your business grow, please do.